Hi guys, this is Jossie in the Transgender Effect. Thank you very much for tuning back. Um, I got I got a question, and I think this is actually a really good topic to talk about. And it's like the question was, do people at my work, do they know that I'm trans? Um, as far as I know, they don't. Only just uh, my my boss and her boss. They actually her boss and her boss's boss. Those are the only three people that, four people. Actually, there's another person, but those are the only people that know that I'm trans. But there's never have been an issue about any of that. They all know me as myself. They never met me before my transition. So it is like to them is basically just is a new history altogether. It's just myself and that's it. Um, is there a like I said previously, like if somebody's going to ask me like in a good manner and if it is going to be politely and kind of stuff, I mean, you don't want to be disrespectful to anyone. um, I don't have any issue saying that I am. I just prefer not to disclose it at work because I want my work to be classified as just as work, not not as something that, oh well, it's just she does these things just because she's trans. And it is like there is a lot of people actually might disagree with the fact that, well, like, oh yes, I am going out, I'm out of the closet and all kind of stuff. It's not like seriously, like I said it before. I mean, it's not an issue about me keeping this a secret. It's just the fact that in reality, they really don't need to know. Is none of their business. Is my personal life, and the people that I love, people that my friends, they know about it, and some of them they have known me before, and they have no issues with it. So I I really don't think it is necessary to actually disclose to everybody. And like I said, I mean, like I'm visible to uh, people that want to be respectful and everything. Because the thing is that, like, you still will put yourself as a target, um, and that just creates a little more conflict. Again, I am not trying to hide it. I just consider that they are not this. There's none of their business, um, and that's it. I There was a situation where, like, people are trying to clock you out and all that kind of stuff, um, and you know what? Like, if they did or they haven't, like, I really don't care. Um, I'm still doing my work. I it's it's just like, and it's kind of hard. In the main reason why I don't want to talk about it is because my sexual orientation is not the norm. But again, what is the norm? So I I actually I love women, and I don't think that, so it's kind of like really hard for people to understand both of them on a compound. So it's one of those things that I as just like that. I mean, I'm not going to go out there and say like, hey, you are hot, you are hot, and you are hot, and no, you don't. No, I'm not gonna do that. But it's because it's work. It's not it's I am going to do my work, and if it is appreciated or not, that's somebody else's issue. That's my boss's job to actually qualify my work, and she's happy with it. So if somebody doesn't like it, I mean, they can go to hell for all that I care. Um, and and that's it. So I hope that this actually illustrates a little bit better that yes, we have to be visible, but we have to really be careful about who we actually open up ourselves to be visible. Um, if you are trying to actually just go ahead and be visible online and stuff like that on social media, and then put in the trans ring, around your picture and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's then my experience has been that, and then you are trying to just inform in a wrong matter of, well, I'm just going to inform everybody that they're wrong about trans community and all this that kind of stuff, and then and everybody gets scorched, like we actually, like, I've been there too. I've been in a situation where I have to to just pull myself away from social media so I can just regroup, and I put myself through a lot of different targets that it is just draining, and especially when you're just transitioning and stuff like that. Yes, you feel that the power is with you, and you want to do these things, and you feel a responsibility to do these things. But I I think it is like being on social media and stuff like that is just a lost cause at some extent. And I say that it is a lost cause at some extent because it is just like work. I mean, like, what do they need to know? There's nothing really of your personal life that really is going to touch them. That it just like you are just trying to do your job, and that's it. Um, and that's all it matters. But on social media, it gets really draining. So if you feel like everybody's like like at you and stuff like that, but then you go on social media and start making arguments about the trans community and all that kind of stuff, and try to defend yourself, trying to defend the community, and trying to just to advocate for everybody in the rainbow community, is it's gonna be draining. It's gonna be draining, and you're gonna find a lot of you're gonna find out later on that you realize with your experience that uh, doesn't matter what you say. Sometimes it's just the fact that some people are just jerks, and these people, they're not gonna change. They really don't want to change. They're just on social media just because they're trolls. And if somebody approaches you with a private message and just tries to make a conversation out of it in a very proper and educated manner, then yeah, I would say by all means do that. Get into a conversation so they can see, and they can see your point, you can see their point, and you both even might be able to agree to disagree. Is You don't have to impose your views on everybody. I Same thing that I don't want people to actually figure this thing out just because it's just really none of their business. So I hope that this actually has helped. And uh, the workplace is a very tricky place. Um, if you feel like you have been some sort of like discriminated, or if you have been just your your persona has been in for lack of better words, has been violated to the extent that you don't feel comfortable at work, by all means, talk to your boss, talk to your human resources. If you work for a big company, obviously, and if it is a small business, talk to your boss. If that doesn't work out, then there's other venues to actually make yourself actually be heard here in the United States. Although with the trans community is still kind of tricky because the trans community is not protected by law. Only your sexual orientation will be protected by law, but your trans status is not. Sadly, but true. So, always be really careful on what you disclose, to who do you disclose to, and so you will not make a mistake and and then later on just regret it just because of the fact that you felt compelled to actually saying something um, out of context. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning back. uh, I'll give you guys an update later on about my personal life, just to see and just to let you guys know like what's going on there. And I guess that I'll see you guys later. In the meantime, keep on smiling. Bye.